Under the cavernous arches of Old Trafford cricket ground, where the echoes of roaring crowds typically herald cricket bats clashing against leather, Thursday night hosted a different kind of spectacle, the This Is Manchester Awards 2025. The venue, transformed into a labyrinth of crystal chandeliers and velvet drapes, pulsed with the vibrant heartbeat of the city's cultural elite, musicians, actors, and influencers toasting to Mancunian grit and glory. Amid this tapestry of northern pride, Helen Flanagan emerged as a luminous force, her presence a blend of unapologetic glamour and quiet defiance. The 35-year-old former Coronation Street siren, whose portrayal of the bubbly Rosie Webster had cemented her as a soap opera staple, turned the red carpet into her personal runway, commanding attention in a backless purple sequin gown that shimmered like amethyst under stadium lights. The dress was a stroke of audacious artistry, floor-length silk chiffon encrusted with thousands of hand-sewn sequins that caught every angle, creating a disco ball effect that evoked Manchester's legendary hacienda nights. Its daring plunge at the back exposed a canvas of flawless skin, a bold statement of confidence from a woman who had rebuilt herself from emotional rubble. Flanagan accessorized with minimalist silver jewelry, delicate hoops and a cuff that glinted like urban stars, while her makeup palette favored smoky taupes and a berry lip, enhancing her wide-set eyes and high cheekbones. Blonde curls tumbled in artful disarray, framing a face that bore the soft lines of motherhood and maturity, yet radiated the fire of youth reclaimed. She moved with the poise of someone who had danced through infernos, each step a reclamation of agency. Flanagan's appearance wasn't mere fashion fodder. It arrived on the heels of a pointed public barb at her ex-partner, Scott Sinclair, the 36-year-old footballer whose 13-year relationship with her had imploded in 2022 amid allegations of infidelity and irreconcilable drifts. In a viral social media clip, Flanagan had reposted a meme depicting a figure leaping into turbulent seas, captioned, "Get back with the father of your kids or drown." The quip, laced with dark humor, underscored her firm stance against reconciliation, a sentiment echoed in her upcoming memoir set for January release. Titled A Raw Chronicle of Highs and Heartbreaks, the book promises unflinching honesty, no airbrushing, as Flanagan vowed in a Mirror interview. "I was going to have to revisit painful times, digging deep into experiences I'd have much rather left buried in the past," she confessed. "I've made mistakes, I've been hurt and I've had to rebuild from rock bottom, but I've also learned, grown and come out the other side a better, stronger person." Their union, a teenage romance that blossomed when Flanagan was a fresh-faced 19-year-old navigating Corey's demanding schedules, had produced 3 children, daughters Matilda, 10, and Delilah, 7, and son Charlie, 4. Sinclair, once a promising winger for clubs like Celtic and Preston North End, had been the steady hand through Flanagan postpartum struggles and career pivots into modeling and reality TV. But cracks widened post-separation, with co-parenting logistics strained by his new relationships and her battles with anxiety exacerbated by sleep deprivation. Flanagan's memoir delves into this survival mode, where she buried grief under workaholic zeal, only to emerge wiser. "When you're 19 you can go out in Manchester and come home with a boyfriend a few days later," she reflected wryly. "But I'm 35 now, I'm not really going to go on a night out, am I really?" The words carried the weight of evolution, from Weatherfield wild child to empowered matriarch. The awards gala, honoring Manchester's creative pulse from Oasis-inspired indie scenes to cutting-edge theater, drew a constellation of local luminaries. Sarah Jayne Dunn, the 44-year-old Hollyoaks alum-turned-wellness advocate, slayed in a teal mini with a provocative back cutout, her figure-hugging silhouette paired with black-silver heels and a plush fur coat that screamed opulent rebellion. At 5 feet 7 inches of toned elegance, Dunn, who had boldly pivoted to OnlyFans amid soap scandals, embodied the night's theme of reinvention. Beside her, Jenny Powell, the 57-year-old TV veteran whose honeyed voice had narrated Wheel of Fortune eras, opted for timeless grace in a cream lace high-neck gown. Silver earrings dangled like dewdrops, her brunette mane loose and luminous, makeup a whisper of neutrals that highlighted her enduring beauty. Powell, a Manchester native whose career spanned 90s pop to maternal memoirs, chatted animatedly with Flanagan, their camaraderie a nod to the sisterhood of screen survivors. Flanagan's swipe at Sinclair wasn't isolated, it wove into a broader narrative of celebrity postmortems, where exes become footnotes in empowerment arcs. Her journey mirrored that of peers like Giovanna Fletcher, who chronicled divorce in bestsellers, or Adele, whose album fueled catharsis packed stadiums. Yet Flanagan's tale was quintessentially Mancunian, laced with humor as dry as a Smith's lyric, resilience forged in rainy streets. Post-Corrie in 2018 she had juggled I'm a Celebrity stints, pantomime runs and brand ambassadorships for Boohoo, all while advocating mental health amid her bipolar diagnosis. Motherhood, she insisted, was her true north. Those kids are my anchors, everything else is just noise. As the ceremony unfolded, speeches lauding urban regeneration projects, performances by rising grime artists, Flanagan accepted an accolade for contributions to local arts, her voice steady as she thanked her village of supporters. Sinclair, absent but omnipresent in subtext, remained a ghost. Reports suggested amicable custody but frosty texts. Looking ahead, Flanagan book teases revelations on everything from hallucinatory breakdowns during Corrie filming to the raw terror of single parenting. Telling my truth meant no hiding, no glossing over or airbrushing, she affirmed, a mantra that extended to her gown's exposed back, vulnerability as valor. In Manchester's unyielding spirit, where Joy Division dirges birthed rave anthems, Flanagan stood tall, sequins scattering light like defiant stars. Her night wasn't just a red carpet conquest, it was a declaration. From drowned sorrows to sequin sovereignty, she had scripted her own finale,